Okay, an hour later, just about, we're at our second round. That first match was a really long one. Mostly my fault. Our opponent played a lot faster. I'm just getting used to the cards. This is only my second draft. I'll go first. This hand is interesting. I think I keep it. I mean, I can just cycle away the Shimmer Scale Drake. I think a lot of the advantage of this style of deck is that, oh, well, we don't have a whole lot of stuff to do in this hand, or, oh, it doesn't have a lot of lands. Oh, but it can cycle twice, so I can keep it because I'm just drawing a bunch of extra cards. This might be a problem, though, with our opponent playing a Mountain, because they could be very fast, and I don't think our deck is great against super fast decks. We'll see how this plays out. I'm excited to try it, because that's where this deck might fall flat on its face. Right now, if it operates the way that it did against the last opponent, I want to play this deck forever and all time. It's just fantastic. Desert Ceradon. Is it another cycling deck? Is that what's happening? Is this just all cycling mirror matches? If this is the format, I'm so on board. Like, you have no idea. I am on this thing so fast. Play the Scribe. It's kind of nice to be able to play the Scribe knowing with the Wander in Death, if they kill it. Oh, they went to pay for something. I wonder if they... Okay. Oh, exiled. No, I was going to say the Wander in Death can get it back, and then we can keep the chain going. Opponent knows what we're up to. Well, hopefully we won't need it. Resher Lizard, meet Pitiless Vizier. Slightly dangerous leaving it down. I could have just played Wasteland Scorpion or just cycled. Yeah, I probably punted with that. I just think that if they already fired off the Magma Spray, they don't have another removal, but I no real reason to think that. That was kind of stupid. Very likely there's just like Electrolyze coming up. Trial of Knowledge. Ooh, bunch of extra cards. Opponent is on that value plan. Good news is now we have a bunch of cycling, so we should be able to sit back here a little bit. Becomes a 4/4. Long ways from being heck bent, as it's called. Which is probably my favorite thing about this format. Even more than cycling, I love the idea, just the name heck bent, having one or less cards in hand. I'm feeling good about attacking here. Heckma Sentinel should be able to block the Thresher Lizard. Alright. That'll stop the Pitiless. Keeps it as an indestructible blocker for a long time, though. Yeah, we'll block. And see what happens. It seems like they're F6, but I can't imagine that they attack there not having anything. Okay. Wow, that was really good for us. Need our opponent... Oh, need our opponent. Need to stop drawing lands, though. We're flooding out really hard. Play the River Serpent. It can't attack for a while. Cycle it? Oh, it's so risky. 5 cards in our opponent's hand. And the card they discarded was Naga Oracle, so they've got to have some good stuff. We'll just wait. I'm not going to play it, because I don't think I need it on defense yet. If they play something that I need to block, then we can worry about it. Oh, sweet. And if it's nothing that we can block, then I probably cycle the River Serpent. Oh, I should have cycled in response to that. I do have Essence Scatter. Let's keep cycling. Why stop a good thing? We just need to draw down to things like Arcfiend. Of course, the problem with that is eventually we're just going to start hitting lands. Hey! Well, hello, Sailor. They didn't have removal for Heckma Sentinels. They would have used it when they had Thresher Lizard attacking in. I think that we cast the Arcfiend. And then let's get some really good cycle cards. I did just put a bunch into the graveyard, which is a little scary. And our opponent has a hand flush with cards. Cartouche of Knowledge. Double Flying. And they return the Trial of Knowledge. That is a lot of card draw. We just cycled, like, what, 5 cards? Yeah, we've cycled 5 cards this game, and we're actually behind them in the card draw department. It's pretty terrifying. Surprised they didn't block, either. Uh-oh. Behind them in the card drawing department and ahead of them in the land drawing department. Two bad things. Not something that you want to see. We're winning the race, at least. Censor. I was surprised to see the Angler Drake attack last turn. I'm not surprised to see it attack this turn. I guess they're just assuming that we're going to have enough cycles. Oh, wow. Okay. 5 cards in hand, too. They have something. They have to have something, or they would be... They wouldn't be attacking. They'd be leaving this back. Because, like, it could attack, try and block. It just doesn't seem reasonable. I'll attack with the Sentinels and pass. And I'm probably stuck trading with the Angler Drake. Flooding out. Why does Magic have to be like this? I'm having so much fun. Don't make me not have fun. Ah, their own Arcfiend. Or no, just another Angler Drake. Bounce this. Yeah. Not technically dead. Block the Pitiless Vizier. But it's certainly not good. And you get to see extra cards, possibly. I'll imagine it's a land, yep. Some kind of counterspell. Yep. There we go. I was waiting for it. Now, there's really nothing that I can do. I might have been able to chain together enough cycle cards. Like, very, very unlikely, but possible if I'd kept the F near. Yeah, wouldn't have happened anyways. Opponent's deck seems very good. Big, bad flyers. A few early red creatures. We would have been okay with just a little bit less land. Just a bit. Maybe that's an argument for having less land in these cycling decks. The only thing is, if you saw in match 1, we needed all of that land because we were just chaining so many cyclers together, and we had to constantly be using Ruthless Sniper and Faith of the Devoted. So, like, cycling for 4 consistently needs a lot of land. You can't really do that with 16. I'm thinking. I kind of like the way the deck is right now. Maybe Winds of Rebuke. They do have the Cartouche. Countering the Cartouche with the Winds of Rebuke is pretty good. So what would I cut for that? Heckma Sentinels again? Card's just not doing all that much. Alright. I guess it did eat the Thresher Lizard. I have no idea why they attacked into the Heckma Sentinels. I can't think they're going to do that again. I just like countering the Cartouche because they have the Trial Cartouche combo that they're trying to go off with. And bouncing a creature that they're trying to Cartouche onto seems pretty good. A little bit unfortunate that it might be Angler Drake. We can also return their Illusory Wrappings, or a creature that has Illusory Wrappings on it. Could want our own Illusory Wrappings for their Angler Drake. A lot of close sideboarding here. I think I'm just going to Winds. I'm going to try it. Keep. It's got a bunch of cycle cards. Hopefully it'll draw us into what we need. We'll lead with the island. We have a few more that cycle for just the blue. So it's probably better to lead with that. Okay, opponent came back. And just playing this. Ooh, Censor is a pretty sweet card to have here. I don't think I'll censor anything, but it's certainly possible. It's a nice thing to have. Actually, just a 2/3 beater. I kind of don't want to deal with that. Yeah, it embalms, but once it embalms for 4, that's a lot less pressure on us. I'm okay just getting them right now. I really don't want to have to deal with it. I'm not a big fan of having to play the Wasteland Scorpion either. So you're saying there's a chance. I don't want to play any of these. I just want to forsake, cycle. Try and get down to the Ifnir. Oh, that's so cool. I love that we can actually have decks like this with the cycling. Pitiless Vizier. I'll lead off with it because it takes removal out of their hand. Yeah, this can be indestructible, but it's better that they're using removal on Pitiless Vizier than possibly on Arcfiend. Sucks that it's so vulnerable to Magma Spray, which I imagine is happening. Yep. Alright. That's okay. It's not eating the Scribe of the Mindful then either. Go Faith and pass. We're only taking one. We're okay just waiting. Do need that land eventually. But eventually is fine. At least for now. Ugh. That card is very annoying. I know, I played it in the pre-release and it was great for me. I'm gonna cycle now. See if we can't hit a land. I'm leaving the blue because I might cycle the hieroglyph. Okay. Now we're just hoping to dodge removal for our Arcfiend. Do they have the Essence Scatter? Good question. They could have Censor, but we're playing around that. Try for the Arcfiend. They have the Essence Scatter. So now we're just going to try and draw the Wander into Death. So we need Wander in Death and Scribe in the Mindful. Alright, so we'll Scribe in the Mindful next turn. Probably cycle Shimmer Scale Drake and use that. Whoa! Okay. New Erratic Mutation's pretty sweet. Get to keep putting -1/-1 counters on it, but that's a ton of damage in the meantime. Play the Scribe. Cycle Shimmer Scale and Drain, just to see if I draw a land right now. So I would not mind hitting a land drop. Nope. Deem worthy the Scribe. It's fine. We just need them to not counter our Wander in Death, and we need to find it soon. Ruthless Sniper would be pretty good too. We haven't seen Ruthless Sniper a whole lot this match. Okay, so cycle the Compelling Argument. Kind of like playing Horror of Broken Lands. I'll just do this for now. Well, I could do it. Let's do that. Enigma Drake slowly becoming less of a threat. Ugh, yep. Man, Angler Drake is pretty nasty. Cycling Censor also just put extra damage on the Enigma Drake. Not good for us. Okay, at this point, I can Shadowstorm Vizier and hold up a bunch of Horrors and Hieroglyphic and Faith and maybe be able to block like an Angler Drake or Enigma Drake or something. Bonus deck is really cool. Warfire Javelineer. That is a lot of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to target creature. Yep. I can keep it alive from that. So it can chump block. Not saying this is great, but it's a thing. Windsor Rebuke is interesting. I need to cycle again, but do I want to pay for the Faith of the Devoted? Because I could Windsor Rebuke the Consuming Fervor. No, I mean that's not good because they'll just put it onto something else and then it'll be more of a threat there too. It's just that it almost kills the Enigma Drake. Yeah, Windsor Rebuke is looking worse and worse now with the Warfire Javelineer too. Okay, we'll just cycle and drain. I can still hold up the blue. Magma spray it. That's not going to be enough either way, is it? No, it is not. Because that's going to be 6. So I can pump it one more time, but it doesn't matter. And dead. When we're down to no cards in hand, they had to use everything to do it. I, unfortunately, am also at 1 life. Not where I wanted to be. Trial of Knowledge seems very good. I am on board. This is just battle of the sweet decks. Every deck that we've played against has been amazing. Like, these are all so much fun. I would love to play this deck, too. Gotta try for the cycles. Cycle River Serpent. No, no blue. I was gonna say I need another island so I can like Windsor Rebuke maybe. Possibly give me a chance. Windsor Rebuke something there. If I had another island and another cycle card. It's so hard to do though. Sweet match. We tried. We sure tried. Closer game than it looked like. Like, if we could have actually hit another cycler into an island... And we had them to 4. Yeah, we needed more cycling. We just couldn't have done it. That Wander in Death. Wander in Death, again, we just, like, constantly want it. All of the creatures that cycle... being able to rebuy the really key ones like Arcfiend or like a Pitiless Vizier even, or a Horror. any of those kinds of things, it's just insane value. And then, of course, with the Scribe, it's fantastic. Like, Scribe of the Mindful and Wander in Death is just unreal value. So every single time I've wanted to have more of them. I think that that's going to be a very, very big thing with this blue-black cycle deck. And, yeah, we'll be back for game 3 here in a minute. Round 3.